Lemuel Haynes, the first ordained black minister. Lemuel Haynes became the first ordained black minister in 1785. He was born in West Hartford, Connecticut on July 18, 1753. His father was an enslaved African American who worked on a plantation, and his mother was a Scottish immigrant indentured servant. Mr. Haynes was abandoned by his parents as an infant. He was assigned as an indentured servant to the household of Deacon David Ross of Granville, Massachusetts, until he turned 21. While growing up, he worked on the farm during the day and went to plantation school during the night. On Saturdays, the household custom was to read sermons from the local church. On Saturday, Haynes read a moving sermon to his household written by himself. After being acknowledged for such an arousing sermon, Mr. Haynes was often called upon to write, proofread, and preach sermons. After his 21st birthday and being freed from his indenture, Mr. Haynes built a home in Granville and enlisted in a farmers' militia called Minutemen. As a private, he served under Captain LeBus Ball and even served in the siege of Boston. Mr. Haynes was one of the 3 African American men assigned to Ethan Allen's famed Great Mountain Boys. After the war, he returned home to Granville and returned to farming. He was also trained in theology and studied Latin with Reverend Daniel Ferrand and Greek with Reverend Williams Branford in Connecticut. November 1780, Mr. Haynes became licensed to preach and accepted a call at the Congregational Church of Middle Granville. It was at this moment he became the first African American minister of an all-white congregation. Mr. Haynes was officially ordained in 1785. He then led various congregations such as West Parish in Rutland, Vermont, where he served for 36 years, Congregational Church in Manchester, Vermont, and Congregational Church in South Granville, New York. Mr. Haynes was known for his speaking out on his opposition of slavery and oppression, belief in interracial relationships, natural rights, and justice. Mr. Haynes married Elizabeth Babbitt and had 10 children. He died at the age of 80 on September 28, 1833. Mr. Lemuel Haynes, the first African American ordained minister.